Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to use FL Studio 20. Anyways, when you first open the program, you're going to see all of this. Up here, there's all the file settings, whatnot. And here's the play button. There's nothing here, so you won't hear anything. Stop button, record button. Over here is the metronome. Right here. I'm not sure what that does. This, I just told you what that does. This, well, I'm not sure what most of this does, so just don't look at it. This, I'm not sure what it does. This one, you could probably set this to like beat. This is where all your patterns are. Click this, you can see a drop down menu of all your patterns. You can add a new pattern, do whatever you want. Right here, this opens and closes. This, the playlist. This is where you put all your tracks. Click it again, bap, it's gone. Now you just see like the mixer and the channel rack. The channel rack, this is where all your instruments are. The mixer, this is where you can like make your instruments sound good. You can add all types of effects. Look at this. You might recognize some of these names like Gross Beat, Fruity Parametric EQ2, Sound Goodizer, and many more. And piano roll. This, where you can like place the instruments and have it go up notes and whatnot. This right here, don't go there. I don't know what it does. This does something else. This opens up this huge menu that's about to show up. This, I don't trust it. Hit escape to go out. This is the tempo tapper. This, if you want like a specific tempo, you could just click here or tap with any of the keys on your MIDI keyboard if enabled. As it shows up here, zoom in. So you could go like that. Except when I'm making beats, I cannot remember if I told you about this is the tempo. But yeah, this is a tempo, beats per minute. Anyways, for starters, you might want to keep it a bit slower. So I'm going to set it to 84 because I do not make any instrumentals on anything other than 84 tempo unless I'm sampling, which I could tell you about later. Anyways, so yeah, the rest of this I don't really use a lot. This right here is the save button, but because this is the unlicensed version of FL Studio, I can't reopen the saved project. You'll see it tells me when I open this menu or try to click that button. Oh, it's just gonna do that. But anyways, yeah, it doesn't let me reopen the project afterwards. So anyways, oh yeah, let's go back here. Oh, close that, open this. Okay, so as you can see, we got all these instruments. We got the kick, clap, hat, and snare. But all these instruments are garbage for my purposes. So, as you can see, what I've done is I have a few drum kits. These are free if I can find a link in the description. But I'm assuming you don't have any drum kits if you don't know how to use FL Studio. So what you gonna do? Go to the packs. Go to the drums, hats. Bam, there's your hi-hat. Alright, next up, need a clap. Go to percussion, clap. Any one of these will work. And there's your cowbell if you want that for later. I'll use that one. Next up, snare if you want a snare. Haha, yes. Actually, I don't like any of these snares, so we're just not gonna use one of those. For kicks, okay, wrong folder. Open this. I'm just gonna use this kick because that first 808 kick I tried, and this sounds more like an 808. Which, speaking of, I'm gonna use that for 808. Just gonna put that where the snare was. And now for instruments, as you can see, click this. Look at all these instruments you have. You get Citrus, SAR, Flex, which is a brand new one for FL Studio 20, 3X OSC, Fruity DX10, Harmless, Minisynth, Harmor, Morphine, Ogun, Plucked, Sakar, and many more. FL Keys, which is a bad keyboard plugin, but I'm going to use a good keyboard sound, so just go in Packs, Instruments, Keyboard, any one of these. Rhodes, I'm not so sure. Electric, I don't think I've ever used that. But closed grand piano, or stage grand. Stage grand kind of has like this nice sound. Anyways, I'm just gonna use grand piano because it's like kind of like just basic, like you know it. Anyways, gonna wait for this to open. As you can see, this menu is gonna open. I'm not gonna mess with that. For now, I wanna just have everything linked to its own unique mixer track. You could do that by just scrolling your mouse wheel or clicking, dragging upwards. Make everything on its unique path so you don't have it messed up. Anyways, now click this piano roll. That way you can like set it to be like wherever you want. Anyways, I'm gonna make a pattern. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I just made this really simple pattern. As we get here, it doesn't sound the best. I could actually probably make it sound better if I just really quickly. There's something along these lines. And let's see how that sounds. See, that sounds a bit better. You can know that by just knowing the scales or something. It's something with music theory. I never taken a class in music theory, but I did take a piano class, so I know a little bit. Anyways, so now that we've got that, we could just kind of go in and lay out our drums for not claps, hi-hats. That's what this is, right? Yes. Most basic pattern, you just want to have it like that. Of course, you could throw it off a bit. And I'll do claps. You don't want to do anything special. The claps are specifically there to keep the tempo going good. You could do it like that. Have it be like this. That actually sounds pretty good. Alright, so now the 808s might sound a bit like this. Or 808 might sound a bit more like this. I prefer this 808, but it's kind of like in a drum pack. And I don't know if you have the drum pack. It's not too hard to install a drum pack. Basically, once you have it installed, go up here, File Settings. As you can see, I blur this out. Just click an empty setting like this. Click that, and then find out where your thing is. And just click that, and it should pop up over here. You can just open it up and grab whatever 808s and whatnot you think sound right. But since you guys probably don't have a drum pack, just going to delete it. So we're just gonna use this one. Piano roll. Oh, piano roll. Alright, now when you're making an 808 pattern, make sure you have it in tune with like the melody. As you can see, the melody's right here. So maybe we'll like put one right here. We don't have it like, I'll put one here, one here. control and then down arrow to bring it down an octave. And see how that sounds. That sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Next up, the 808. Or not the 808 kick, but just the kick. It's not the best kick sound, but it'll do something. Anyways. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this, but what you gonna do? Or if you have a MIDI keyboard, BAP. Make sure it's like enabled in the MIDI settings. Really simple to do that. I'll actually show you right now. Options, MIDI settings, input. Select your keyboard, click enable, and then everything's good and set. Perfect. I don't think I have to blur this out. It's nothing sensitive. Anyways, so now, but you guys probably don't have a MIDI keyboard. So instead, I'm not gonna record. I'm just gonna place kicks manually where I think they sound good. So I'm gonna be right back while I place the kicks. Alright guys, so I got a pretty good kick pattern right here. Let's hear how it sounds. What you can do if you want, you don't have to do this, but it's just what you gotta do. Simply just whenever you have a note that you want to be like quieter, go down here to this graph looking thing. It's not part of the piano roll, but it's actually part of the velocity. Just click that, drag it down. You could do this with that one too. Now when you listen to it, you'll notice that those kicks will be quieter, but still there. As you could hear, it's not too bad, but also it's not too good because these are not very good drum sounds. Anyways, now that you've got all of that, I'm gonna show you the like really cool trick for like mixing your beat. Now you have your mixer open, stretch it all the way to you completely utilize my monitor and not have it just small. Anyways, now you want to have each of these, just crank it down to about this point. You could do that by just hovering over the knob and scrolling. This is the channel volume knob, by the way. This right here is the panning knob. So if you mess that up, put it right back in the middle, because otherwise it's gonna sound like this. If you guys had headphones on, you would have noticed that the grand piano was completely in your left ear. And there's just something about unbalanced sounds that just not good. Anyways, now that you have all your sounds kinda in the middle and also cranked down a bit, what you could do is you could go into the mixer right here and just kinda play with these knobs, or what would you call it, sliders, I guess, until it's at like good volumes. So anyways, I'm gonna mix it and I'll be right back. Alright, I think I'm finished mixing it. I didn't really do that actually very much with it. But yeah, here's how it sounds now I've mixed it. Now I want to show you guys a few extra like things you could do. For example, like effects you could throw on. So say you want the kicks to sound not bad without changing the sound. By the way, changing the sound is really easy. Just grab a different sound, maybe from like a drum pack, then just drop it right there and it'll change the sound. But I don't want to change the sound because that takes like 30 seconds. It probably won't take 30 seconds on your computer, but my computer's kind of dumb. Anyways, now once you have the corresponding mixer channel clicked, for example, the kick is linked to track 1, so I have track 1 selected. Go over here, click slot 1, hover over select, and go to this menu. Look at all those effects. Look at all of them. Look at this. You got Fruity Reverb, Fruity Delay 1, 2, and Bank. No, 2, 3, and Bank. Where's Fruity Delay 1? I don't know, it probably sucked. That's why they had to make 2 more. You got Sound Goodizer, Fruity Parametrics 1 and 2. You got Fruity Stereo Shaper, Gross Beat, which you would have probably heard about at this point. Just cause everybody uses Gross Beat. I'm gonna show you guys how to use Sound Goodizer. It's really easy to use Sound Goodizer. Just crank up this knob. You can select one of these to see which one sounds better. I'm just gonna hear how it sounds. I typically use Sound Goodizer on the kicks. If the kicks are just quiet, it makes it like sound like a thumpier. Now up here, Fruity Parametric EQ2. This one you can like get rid of the highs, get rid of the lows, whatever you want with it. For example, if I want this 808, or not the 808, but the kick to sound not so like just kind of high end, like it's just kind of. Anyways, so yeah, just hit play and then just kind of. Now it's not so like there's like not near the loud, because as you heard and probably saw, there was a lot of stuff over here whenever the kicks hit. And kicks, I don't know if you know this, but they're supposed to be down in this area, like in the bass and low mid area. So maybe crank that up a bit more. Anyways, now next thing, I don't need I'll do something with the 808 kick that I like to do with all of my 808s, but specifically this one because it's not very much of an 808. Go to more plugins, and this is where you're going to see that there's even more plugins. Look at all of these plugins. But I'll tell you about which one I'm looking for. Right here, double click that. Bam! Look at that, guys. Fruity Bass Boost, one of my favorite plugins. I want to kind of crank this down a bit. I'll put it at 48. And you can crank that up all the way. And now let's hear how it sounds. Also, guys, another thing you want to do with your 808s, I forgot to mention, go in here, click cut itself. That way, whenever the next note starts, the last note will automatically end. So let's hear how it sounds now. That sounds really good. And now, next thing that is fun to do, especially with piano sounds, to make it just sound like cool. And if you want to get kind of like an older piano vibe, like, you can like go in Fruity Parametric EQ2 and cut out all the lows, all of the highs, especially the lows, and it sounds kind of something like this. As opposed to this. Anyways, so this you could do, go in here, Fruity Reverb, make the size really big, and just kind of mess with these 3 sliders until it sounds good. Okay, I like that sound. Okay, you guys are hearing this, right? Yeah, good. Anyways, now you've got all the sounds, all the settings you want. You can remix it if it sounds if you think it sounds off now. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Now you guys should have noticed that I just finished mixing it again. As you see, I turned the 808s back down, I turned down the kicks, and I cranked up the piano. Anyways, now what you can do if you want, you can add some extra sounds. Some of those extra sounds include we got this, that, this, all of this. Oh, I accidentally opened Cortana, dang it.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help.
No, go away. I'm trying to do something. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of sounds. Even more if you go into the legacy folder. Drums. Hold up. Alright guys, I can't find what I'm looking for, but just know that there's a lot of extra sounds you could put in here. Especially if you get like a drum kit. You go in here, there's just a bunch of sounds. Anyways, I'm just gonna use these 5 sounds. Anyways, so now you've got everything good. You wanna use that, click that button. It pulls up the playlist. Now what you wanna do, click this, split by channel. Now you've got all your sounds in their own perspective channel. We'll go back here, start off with your melody. Okay, put it for 4 bars. That's gonna last for about 11 seconds. You can see up here and right there, that's gonna be for 11 seconds. So after this, you're gonna have it go for 8 more bars. Actually, when you get to here, what I like to do is I like to go in here, set this to bar. That way you don't accidentally set it like at a weird spot. But anyways, and now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in all the instruments for what is expected to be the hook. And when I say expected to be the hook, because obviously you can't like say this part is gonna be the hook, because like, you know, if somebody just uses this beat, they might put a verse there instead. You never know. So, you know. And now you wanna have this come out, have a break from most of the drums, and then for maybe like 8 to 12 more bars, just have it be like that. Anyways, so now when I say a break for most of your drums, just maybe do like the claps and maybe the hi-hats, be like that. And then after this, you want to have everything else come back. What you can do, control, drag your mouse, shift, click, and then drag it. Bam, that's extra epic. Alright, as you can see, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and play this entire part, mute my microphone. Alright guys, I'm back. So now, as you can see, I just kind of made this break for most of the drums shorter. So now it's going to be like this. As you can see, I don't have the kicks right here because, you know, just sometimes you gotta just enjoy yourself without the kicks. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is what I'm actually gonna do. So I'm gonna do this, just kind of have the kicks and the claps, because sometimes you just gotta rock without the 808s for a bit, you know. Do you. Also, Control D to deselect something. For example, oh, I don't want to select that. Control D, bap, it's gone. You don't have it selected anymore. Control, drag your mouse all over that. Shift, click, drag. You can deselect shift if you want now. Control D to deselect, and control and scroll down to zoom out. And as you can see, hover over somewhere like this, and then you go over here to this corner. It's going to show you how long that the song is going to be. That's 2 minutes 52 seconds. If I continue hovering over it. Anyways, if you want now, you can like kind of mess with the tempo. Maybe bring it up to 94, which is my lucky number. So secretly my lucky number is 194, but no songs sound good at that fast. Yeah, that's way too fast. So maybe I'll try 94. Nah, I like 84. Actually, I can't tell. 84 sounds like more normal to me because I was just listening to the entire song at 84 and now it's at 94. It kind of just feels like it's faster than it should be. At the same time, I kind of like the drums to be a bit like more fast paced, which is kind of why you could like add more percussion to your track to make it sound like it's like more busy instead of it just being these 4 sounds. Percussion sounds. Yeah, I prefer 84. Oh gosh. Yeah, guys, make sure you hover over the one digit instead of any of these decimals, cause then you're gonna be changing your tempo to a really oddly specific decimal. For example, oops, now it's 84.01 tempo. Oh my gosh, no, please, it's gonna be awful everywhere. Anyways, as you can see at the end of the track, after I copy and pasted it, or just more selected it and shift dragged it, I added some extra on the end. That's just for the outgo. Once you're done, like once you finish your singing or rapping, whatever, right here, it's gonna just have the melody for 4 more bars as it carries out. Actually, maybe no, that's not. I was starting to think that this entire 4 was a bar, but no, I'm pretty sure that's a measure. Yeah, cause I know that because this is a bar and that's how it's separated. Alright, kinda dumb, kinda smart, I don't know. Anyways, the last thing you wanna do with your instrumental is go in here. You guys can't see this folder, you can't see it because I censored it. Grab what I call a watermark, but it's typically known as a producer tag. Drop it in at the front and at the back. You can also drop it somewhere in the middle if you want. But anyways, I'm gonna close that folder because blaring it out is probably gonna take a while. And now let's hear the I guess at least like the first 4 measures. Censor, or not censor, but just close my microphone.
Produced by Jeff Rabbit.
Alright guys, as you can hear, that's a pretty good bait. I'm gonna export it now. What you're gonna do, file, go over here, hover over export. I'm probably actually censoring this menu because it shows all of the recent projects I have saved. Anyways, there's gonna drop down menu when you select file, and one of the options is gonna say export. Hover over that, go over here to the WAV, export to the WAV file. Click that. It's gonna ask you where you want to export it to. Just put it in a folder, maybe just your desktop if you want, but I have a folder on my desktop for new instrumentals. What am I gonna name this one? I'm gonna name it named file, and what I like to do to remember, so I make myself help remember to put a producer tag, is my naming scheme. It goes like this. I give it a name, no spaces in there. I give it the tempo 84, and then MRKD stands for marked. I guess you could put like TGGD for tagged. But anyways, hit save. I'm censoring this menu because it has my files. As you can see, this menu is going to show up. I don't have to censor this. And hit start, and that's going to export your file. And that's all you need to know. I'll see you guys next time with a cooler video.